All right, let's do our traditional go to the attendance for today to get those extra credit points. What is today? The 19th? Nope, today's the 18th. I'm a day ahead this week. I keep wanting it to be. All right, so we're looking at this and notice what's in pink here. So you have the original DNA, you have the muted DNA, and the mutation is in pink. From yesterday, what type of mutation is this? And you can look at your the sheet. You want to link back the window if it's hot. Um, you look on the practice sheet that we started that had the definitions. So when one thing is changed, what do we, oh, it's not here, it's in the notes. There's under two main types of mutations. You can have a, oh, that's gene or chromosome. Where's my, oh, under gene mutation. Is it a point or a friendship? Since one thing is changed, if you look in your notes, point mutation says substitute one nucleotide for another. So number one is mutation. Point mutation. That's just when one nucleotide is changed. Is it a gene or chromosome? Well, since point mutation is under the gene mutation in the notes, we're going to say gene. And would the mutation like this be a result of a mistake in replication, protein synthesis, or meiosis? Well, I know it's not going to be meiosis because it is not chromosomal. So it is could be replication or protein synthesis. Because in replication, when DNA is replicating itself for cell division, it can make that change. Protein synthesis, remember we copied the DNA to messenger RNA, it could have made a change then. What is a mutagen? And give an example. So on your notes, if you look on the first page, look up under cause of mutagens, it says chemicals that can cause DNA mutations. So chemicals that can cause DNA mutations. And then pick one to give an example. So you have radiation, UV light, cigarette smoke. I'm just going to pick UV light. Pick one of those three. And then you can click submit. That's the opposite of red. This, that's the opposite. Look at yeah, that will stay. That's why I want you to turn it up because you get enough heat. That. So, did you submit that? All right, just put that to the side. If you'll look up here a minute, I wanted to talk about chromosomal mutations. So, if you look here, well, in chromosome, if this is the original chromosome, each color represents a gene. So you have gene A, B, C, D, E, F. Something can happen during meiosis, and say gene B disappears, it's deleted. Notice how this chromosome is a little bit shorter than its copy. So when you're missing one of the genes, it's a deletion. Sometimes the gene may duplicate itself for some reason. There's a trigger that causes it to make a copy. We'll move my mask down a minute because I got a little bit lightheaded there for a moment. Makes a copy, then it's one's going to be a little bit longer, but you've got a extra gene, two genes of the same kind on one chromosome. If the chromosome kind of gets crisscrossed like this, it can invert itself. So that means, notice that E and B switched places. So now those genes are on a wrong location on that same chromosome. Or this one happens during crossing over in meiosis. Translocation. So it's not on the same chromosome that has the same genes, a homologous chromosome, but a different chromosome intertwines during crossing over, and they exchange pieces or they lose a piece. So if you notice, you have A, B, C, but the tails switched places. You have JKL on this chromosome that's not supposed to be there, and IDEF, so the DEF is not supposed to be there. So they're in the wrong location, so they're not going to code correctly for whatever it is that they are have instructions for. So these are chromosomal instructions here. So if we go back to our sheet we were looking at, the very last page looks like this. All right, so here they give you examples, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, and you are to match it up to which one it is. The only ones that we didn't talk about is these down here, and we'll define these ones that we haven't talked about. We talked about inversion, and that one's in your notes. Polyploidy is not. Poly means multiple, so it's going to be multiple chromosomes. Probably more than 3. Oops. More than likely greater than 3. Because we have a special name if it's 3. So right here, trisomy, so number 4 is 3 chromosomes. And I'll double check polyploidy to make sure. Monosomy is 1 chromosome. And then the others you can find in your notes. So once I would define them first, then I will match them up to where they refer to. And if you want me to put the other picture up so you can see that while you're doing that, that's fine. I'm going to double check polyploidy, make sure I get the correct definition. I'm going to make sure it's greater than 3. chromosomes, we are meaning um, homologous chromosomes. Multiple sets of homologous, but the hint to help you up here is it would be greater than 3. But if they're homologous, they have all the same genes. Homologous means same genes. So when you finish that, I'm going to switch over just a minute over here. You'll go back to modules and we have Wednesday a video that you'll do. So after you complete that, there's a video. And then since it's just you here today, Gavin, you can work on, after you do those 2 things, you can work on any makeup work. So will it help to have this picture back up? Or no? Let's see. Let me stop this first. And then I'll come help.